What's up, everyone? We got a fun day of gathering here. I thought we'd go ahead and start out with our normal gathering, and then we'd progress into our underwater gathering, which I'm going to make a guide today. So let's not waste any more time, and let's just jump into this, shall we? All right. Let me get our tags and everything set up, and we will start doing this. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna laugh, we're gonna cry, we're gonna share some moments together, and let me get my chat loaded up real fast. I don't know why nothing is working anymore. I'm trying to make sure that we don't lose connection today because the thunderstorms are gonna be pretty bad today. All right. Oh, come on. Please try again. What do you mean, please try again? Verify. Connecting. Awesome. We are good to go. All right. So, if you guys have been out here doing your herb gathering, you know, it gets a little boring, you know, always watching the same plants. You got the trees, the forest, everything's always the same, and you tend to go through a lot of your energy out here. But there are better ways to go out and do your gathering, especially if you want to try to power level your gathering. If you have the Artisan Green Thumb minigame, mainly if you have that enabled, you should be able to get more materials. So this is the minigame that I was referring to. Let's go ahead and do this and show you guys just the amount of materials that we can get. If I can actually get this done. All right, so going by that, the logic is the higher your mastery, the more materials. The hedgehog will give you more materials for all of your gathering, and the more items that are in your item list, the more experience that you get. So if you're familiar with Behr, you know there's a chance that you can get a lot of the seeds and get a lot more experience than normal, or you can get your hedgehog to proc and happen to get more of the herbs or whatever. But either way, it gives you more experience. All right, let me make sure I have everything on me that I need. Yep, gathering. Let me check my mastery. Okay, cool. All right. So let's get on our horse and head out to the portal, and we'll teleport all the way out to Velia. While I do that, we're going to go down the gear and everything that we're going to be needing. All right, so for underwater gathering, it's a little bit different than with our normal gathering. Yeah, we will be using our normal Logia or Manos gatherers, silver embroidered gatherers if you guys choose to, but for this we're going to be solely focusing on our Tri and Tet Manos. You can use the Pen Logia for higher mastery, but like I said, the higher mastery, the more materials that you can get, and the higher chances of getting those rares, which will make you more money when you're out there underwater gathering. So the same logic applies to all of your accessories. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna be focusing on doing our Manos or the Logia. Preferably Tet Logia or try to Tet Manos. Next is our gathering item drop rate artifacts, which I'm going to be going with 2 of them to ensure I get more of the rare drops when out there underwater gathering, and I'm going to be using the Yawning Hedgehog Lightstone combination so that I can get 1 more mastery, 2 more gathering experience, and 3 a higher chance at getting more of those rare materials while also regenerating 1 energy per 3 minutes. It's a little bonus. All right, now, as for the actual underwater breathing, we're going to be having to use our Dum diving costume, which will help out our underwater breathing. It will increase our swimming speed by 90% for just equipping the normal chest piece, and also 59% when we have the full thing on. The chest piece will give us also less stamina consumed while swimming, and the headpiece will give us plus 30% or 30 seconds on our underwater breathing. These are going to be needed. I'm gonna go down everything else when we actually get to the ocean. But that's a gist of what we're gonna be doing. Come on, come on, come on. The faster we get there, the easier it'll be. Don't worry, guys. I'll reiterate everything while when we actually get to. I'm gonna go with Anaha. I love. I was gonna say I love how they finally closed it. That would have been great. Do 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 do. Come on, come on. Hopefully we don't crash. Hopefully you guys can see everything. You guys can probably not hear any of the audio that's going on. All right, here we go. Now that we're here in Velia, we can go get actually prepared. Which boat do I have? And where is it? Oh god, I don't remember which boat. It's not telling me. I don't care about that boat. Oh, it's my frigate. Or my galleass. Alright, first let's go and bring in that boat, check you in. Alright guys, like I told you, we were going to reiterate when we get to the ocean. Alright, so, like I was telling you guys, in order to get started with your underwater gathering, you're first going to need the gear. The gear that we're going to be focusing on, if you guys have already watched my previous videos on any type of gathering and or you guys already know you're gathering, we're going to be worried about our Manos Gatherer's Clothes. The Tri and the Tet are the best for doing your underwater gathering. Sure, you can use your Pen Logia, but the higher your mastery, the more materials that you can get and the more money that you can make. Same rules apply for your accessories. Best go for your Tet or Logia, or Tet or Pen Logia accessories, or going for your Tet to Pen Manos. I mean, your Tri will work, but like I said, the higher your mastery, the better results that you can get. You will have to have, like I said, your gathering item drop rate artifacts, which will increase the item drop rate and fundamentally more money that you can make with the rare drops that you can get. We're going to be using our Dum diving suit to increase our swim speed and our underwater breathing, which will help out with obviously doing our underwater gathering. Our fairy does have the tingling breath. It's only 2, which will give us plus 10-second underwater breathing, but if you have the higher tier, it will give you more seconds to underwater breathe. As for our buffs, oh, hold on, I forgot. We have to go down our tools. Because the whole update came out that gave us our shared family life skilling and our tools, we no longer have to worry about any of our alts with our mastery or their tools. Going into the life tab here, you can see we have all of our tools ready and waiting. We're going to have our Pet to Pen Manos tools to ensure the more mastery and the quickest gathering time. You can use the Stellas, the Demihar, or just a regular magic tool if you guys don't have any of yours. I don't prefer going for the Logia because the Logia is just a waste of your money, and you can just put the money into going for your Manos and tapping it up like that. It's cheaper, it's easier, and you can go ahead and increase the fail stacks while crowning your tool, so it makes it a lot easier to do. For our crystals, we're going to be using our mastery crystal preset so that I can maximize how much rare drops I get. And for this, instead of going with our energy, we are going to replace the energy crystals with our underwater breathing. This way, it'll give us at least 10 seconds for our underwater breathing on top of everything. Oh no, 30 seconds on our underwater breathing, which is great. Now we can talk about the buffs. For the buffs, it's going to be pretty easy. All right, let's go for LN. If I'm not mistaken, I should still have some underwater breathing. Give me a moment, everyone. I have to find it. Hopefully I still have some. Nope. Okay, so we'll just buy some. Haha. Underwater breathing. Okay. Oh, we don't have any. All right, so we're not gonna bother with that. So for our buffs, we're gonna go with our usual, you know, value pack, Blessing of Kamasilv, and the Secret Book of the Old Moon, because we are going to be using the Turning Gates Villa buff to give us more energy back while we're out there underwater gathering. As for our food, I'm gonna pop our seafood crons meal because it gives us back our plus 25 mastery for our gathering, plus 10% life skill experience, and gives us our movement speed plus 2, weight limit plus 100, and our gathering, which we don't have to worry about because we are already maxed out on our gathering. As for the elixirs, I'm gonna pull out the where are you? Agile Seal Elixir, which will give us plus 15 seconds on our underwater gathering. And I don't think we'll need much of anything else because I am sitting at a high 1945 on our mastery. So to speed up how quickly we can get to each of our areas, the faster your boat is, the quicker and easier you can get. For this, I'm going to be using the cog because I don't want to take the chance on losing my galleass. Coming back from Eve? Nah, I'm playing both, bro. I'm playing both. Why not, right? They're both Pearl Abyss. All right. So for this, I suggest getting your cog. Your cog can be either crafted in any ship workshop or can be bought using loyalty in the loyalty shop using 1000 loyalty. Let's go over here to the wharf manager, register the ship. Name it whatever. And let's board it. Now, the area that I personally like to go to is going to be Anaha. Anaha has a very huge area to gather all of your coral, but comes with one huge downside. A lot of players like to go out there and gather for the giant pearl oysters, but for this, we're going to be gathering everything. I'm not going to be solely focusing on the pearl oyster meat or just trying to go for the lobster or even looking for the purple, blue, or green coral that you can find out in Margoria. We're going to be focused on just gathering. The main point of this is to get your minigame procking. The more times your minigame will proc, the higher chances you have of getting your experience. I've been able to go from Master 1 to Master 2 within, probably 3 or 4 minigames to give you an idea of just the magnitude of experience that you can get out here for your underwater gathering. It will change for everyone because if you have more experience, obviously you can level faster. If you don't, then you won't. If you have more mastery, you'll get more items, but that's beyond the point. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to show you just what makes underwater gathering so beneficial for leveling up your gathering. Show you guys real fast. My gathering is at 58.14, Guru 11. And we are heading out over here, this is where we're going to be doing a lot of our underwater gathering if you guys still need the location. I do have all the links down below on gathering locations, an in-depth gathering gear guide to help you guys get all of the necessary things, and or try to mix and match to see what's more available to you. And I will be showing you guys, you know, trying to do your underwater gathering using an alt and or the Corsair if you guys just wanted to use a Corsair in general. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. We're almost there, don't worry. And for everyone that is coming in late, don't really know what's going on and all of that good stuff, don't you worry, I will be editing this down and making a whole entire guide on it again. I know a lot of people like to complain about us veteran players gatekeeping all of the information, even though there are guides on it and everything. So I'm gonna make my third underwater gathering guide and just have fun with it, because I mean there has been changes and everything. All right, you know you got into the right area when it'll change into Arsha. Yep, there you go, Arsha C. That's how you can tell you are in the right area, or if you just jump under the water, you can see there's coral and everything under there. As a demonstration. And that's where we're going to be doing all of our underwater gathering. So let's get up onto the actual island and pop a tent. I'll get started and I'll show you guys. This is a lot easier if you guys have the Corsair, but I don't right now. That's later. Hopefully I can find an area relatively quick. I think that should do. Come on, let me install it. You know you want to. There. Villa scroll, repair everything just in case. Now, there's a couple things to keep in mind when you are doing your underwater gathering. You cannot pop any of your buffs when you are underwater, even if you have your fairy still active, like doing the active little feeding buff. You can't do any of that until you resurface. So make sure you are not underwater when trying to apply your buffs, or they won't work. Let's go ahead and apply everything that we have. I'm going to be using the Laura's Warm Black Tea just because it'll give me more experience. The higher your experience, the more back you'll get. Let's check our mastery. And as a reminder, there is no bonus after 2k mastery. So if you have more than that, you're good, you're golden, you don't need to do anything else. And there, with my underwater breathing buffs applied, all of my items and everything, as you can see, my underwater breathing is going down very, very, very slow. So let's get into this and show you guys a reason why I prefer to do my underwater gathering to power level my gathering instead of going out there to Behr. Again, slight warning. People do come out here a lot, so if you're having trouble getting any of the coral to ping, switch out to a different channel and try it again. Bum, 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 bum. Hopefully we don't crash. It should be a little cooler in here. And close that door. Okay. Try it again. All right, C-fan. Oh, and before you guys even attempt to go out here and do your underwater gathering, you will get better results if you have your llama pet out. If you switch to a Corsair, an NPC will spawn to collect tax from the glue. Yeah, I'll make sure I edit that out. What's up, Nikolai? How you doing? I prefer to use the Corsair. I'm just trying to show how much experience you can get with your max mastery. What your max everything, well, almost everything. It's just hard because people really hit this area up a lot. All right, giant pearl oyster. Yeah, our goal with our underwater gathering is to fill up this whole entire window. The more items that we have, the higher experience that we can get, and the quicker that we can go from, say, Guru 11 to Guru 12. And as you can see, that gave me at least 9.19%. Here we go. A demonstration on that minigame and the experience that we can get for it. Just keep an eye right there. If I can get this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, and it was a bad minigame. Okay, bad minigames don't give a lot of experience. But that's fine. That's fine. We're mainly trying to do as much gathering as we can to get that minigame to proc as much as we can. Do one more demonstration and then we'll switch off onto our Corsair. And it doesn't really matter what you're gathering. I prefer to start gathering the giant pearl oyster and then work my way towards doing all of the other underwater gathering that we have available to us. Just because the lobster and the pearl oyster meat and the cooking, mainly the cooking. Just gotta find out where everything is because, again, I think someone already hit this area up. Yeah, unfortunately, someone was already here. So a lot of it is already, like, respawning or hasn't respawned yet. Oh no, we're gonna stay away from the starfish. Nothing good comes from starfish, alright? We don't get anything for it. At least, nothing that I know of. I could be wrong. They could have added something in there. Anything. Doubt it, but they could have, right? Okay, this is not happening. Yep, not happening. All right, let's try to switch off. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Come on. Just AFK fishing for the bombastic seal while waiting for guild quest. I had an issue with the fishing out there in Velia. Might just be because there's so many people out there, but I don't know. It feels like they removed the whole plump coelacanth from the whole manage UI thing. Like, you can't do all of the other turn-ins. I can only turn in the gold bars and all that, so I don't want to fish out there in Velia anymore because I keep getting them. Alright, so far so good. I'm waiting for that minigame to proc. Well, my issue is I keep getting the plump, and I don't really want the plump. I'm picky. It's my own personal preference on this one. It has nothing to do with the actual, like, event or anything like that. Just me. All right. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, they took out a lot of the coral and stuff, and now I think the only good places are gonna be like probably Waves Rest out in like the entrance to Margoria, but Anaha is normally like hit bad. Like, a lot of the islands are hit bad. I just had to go through 3 different channels in order to get started with our underwater gathering. Alright, so now that you guys have an idea of your underwater gathering, let's go ahead and show you guys how to get more back from your underwater gathering. For this, let's switch off to our Corsair. Ba-bum-bum-bum. I gotta keep checking the time because I am currently slow cooking beef cheeks for tacos later. All right. So, like I stated earlier, because of the whole family shared life skilling updates that have been coming out, the shared tools and all of that, it is a lot easier to go jump on an alt and start your underwater gathering. Like I told you guys, it is better to have as much master as you can. If you guys don't have the needed equipment, you won't get the extreme amount of materials like what, you know, if you have your 2K mastery, obviously. But coming out here, we have our 1400 mastery without any type of buffs on other than our seafood crons meal. And the Book of Life is just 50% experience. It doesn't really matter. So we're going to go ahead and show you the Corsair underwater gathering. If you guys are tired of how slow you're swimming and want to be a lot quicker, there's 2 things. If you guys were around for the bubbly diving suit, throwing this gives more bonuses than the dum-da-dum. If you made it into the bubbly diving suit, it will reduce, it comes with less swim speed, but more underwater breathing. But with the Corsair, you can get that underwater swim speed back with the Corsair underwater sprinting, so you can, you know, avoid having to get the dum-da-dum, and it's a free item that was given out during an event. So let's go ahead and show you guys what makes the Corsair amazing. Let's get buffed up. Go ahead, pop that. We'll pop one of these, and before I get all too into it, let's grab 25 of the agile seals, and I think that might be it. Yeah. I'll be fine. Alright. Now that we're buffed up, let's go down. Now, the Corsair is going to be extremely OP with your underwater gathering, with just how fast you can get down and right back up to the surface. As you can see, we are already down underwater, and we can start our gathering. We don't have to worry about any of the tools because our tools are shared, and our master is shared too, with all of these updates. And unfortunately, no, you cannot get the costume anymore. It was a FOMO event that was ongoing when the Sea Palace first came out. So if you guys did not get lucky enough to snag it when you were, I guess, in during the event last summer, I think it was last summer, unfortunately, you won't be able to get it. Yeah, I think your only other option if you didn't get the bubbly diving suit is going to be your da-dum, which will cost you money. If not, then you can rent the da-dum, I want to say, for loyalty points. It is a nice suit. It keeps you under a lot longer than the da-dum, so if you are not as fully buffed up with your underwater breathing, it helps out with that. And doubled on the Corsair, I mean, look at this. And before we even had time to lose breath, we're right back down. And I can stay under longer just because I have this bubbly diving suit. This is why it pays to have, or it pays to stay, like, playing the game during events, or at least logging in for those certain events and everything. So later on, if you needed something and it's a FOMO item, you have it. It's unfortunate though, you have to be logged in for it and all and do the event, but at least for those who are not a returning player, we have something to work towards every so often. And then we get to benefit from it after the fact, while everyone else doesn't get that chance. And we're just going to gather everything. We got to get these mini games. Those mini games will give us back a lot of our experience. Oops. Not to mention the rare drops too. And keep our experience up to show you guys what we're getting back so far. It may seem a little bit low for right now, but once you get those mini games proccing, that experience starts rolling in. And also hope if you did not get into a spot that had nothing to gather. See? Downside, you have to keep switching. Bum 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 bum. Come on. Don't fail me now. God, this takes so long. Come on. There we go. Why am I stuck in the ground? So do the Green Thumb quest guys, if you really want a lot of minutes. Yeah, if you're... Okay, so the common like discussion with the Artisan Green Thumb is that you don't make a lot of money. You don't get as much materials as you would if you were doing your normal gathering. I'm not exactly sure if that's really the case or not. I'm solely using the minigame while underwater gathering for the extra experience. You know, the more items that are in the item window, the more experience that you can get. If you're trying to go for money, then probably, yeah, you'll probably want to turn off your Artisan Green Thumb. I'm not exactly sure what the bigger content creators are like saying. I gather with it on all the time. All the time for that 6 billion silver one-time gathering attempt. You know, that little jackpot. And again, to each his own. Any recommendation? What is worth more, alchemy or cooking? Cooking. Cooking can still make a decent amount of money. Alchemy, you have to only do a certain select recipe or you're losing money, and even with that, you're still losing money on that recipe, so I'm gonna have to vote on cooking. At least with the cooking dishes, almost all of the Valencia dishes can sell. The prerequisite for the Valencia meal, all those dishes will be able to sell. Unlike if you were doing, say, I don't know, any of the elixirs other than detection? Maybe training? Yeah, that'd be nice. It'd be great to have an update on the Imperial deliveries. Yeah, as you guys can see, clearly showing the whole mastery at play. The less mastery that you have, the less rare drops that you're going to be getting. Let's see. Figures I'm not getting any of the good minigames now. Oh. Swim back up to the surface. Grilled chicken for workers. Worker time, use that. Contribution. Yeah, that's what I said. Go with cooking. Cooking will make you more back in the long run and the short run. Remember when you used to die from running out of breath? Oh, yeah, back in the day. Trying to do the original Great Expedition storyline was fucking almost impossible if you didn't have the dumb. I had to go out and buy the stupid shark costume on my wizard just to complete the quest to get it done for my stupid fucking boat, because you had to dive in Margoria, and just popping the buffs left you with maybe 2 or 3 seconds left if you were like really spot on with swimming down in the right location to interact with whatever the fucking item was. The little chest, or I forgot what the quest was about back then. But yeah, underwater breathing or underwater gathering used to die a lot because of the lack of breath, and it would kill you. I'm glad they changed that. No, back in the day it was different. It wasn't like that. They did a lot of changes when, I want to say, people started complaining about the whole needing to buy the dum just to complete the Great Expedition storyline. They're like, ooh, okay, maybe this is not such a great idea. Let's go back and make it so you only float upwards. What was that, like back in 2018, 2019? No, come on. Which means someone was here. Okay, let's try to move that right there. Give me more room and real estate to show you guys. All that good stuff. Got it as rainbow coral. Now, if you guys are smart, you should park your boat at least over top of where all your coral is, because you should be able to just hit the board and get all of your breath back like that, jump right back down, and continue your gathering like nothing happened. This will prevent you from having to go all the way up to the surface. You can just hit the board. And that feature is nice. I do appreciate that. It helps out. Maybe this demonstration would have worked out a lot better if it didn't seem like it was a gathering day for everyone. Because it really feels like it. Yeah, it sucks. Like, I'm over here trying to teach a class, and I can't teach shit when like they took the blackboard, they took my chalk, they took the projector for the demonstrations, my chair. Yeah, see what I mean? Like, not even the little rainbow coral is pinging anymore. This lends credence to the whole underwater gathering being profitable. People will come out here and just only gather the giant pearl oysters. Hell, even the coral. I know for me, I love going for the regular coral just for the chance at the colored coral. The colored coral can be used for your Crocodilo horse crafting, your Manos accessories like the Manos belts, or they can just be sold. Yeah, the giant pearl, the golden pearls can be used from the clams too, so there's a lot of reason to come out here. It's just always a constant struggle fighting with all of the local players on if they're going to be out there gathering, if you're going into anyone's rotation, anything of the such. But if you can get a good rotation, you can start getting a decent amount of money. It's not going to be anywhere near mob grinding. It'll probably, if you're unlucky, probably be like 125. If you are lucky enough, you can make anywhere from 200 to 6 billion. But the main point of doing your underwater gathering is going to be the experience. The items that we can get are great. They're fine. It's just with how rare they can be, sometimes it's really not worth the time and the effort. See, is there anything else that I'm missing with our underwater gathering? Any points that you guys need me to cover so you guys aren't confused? anything of the such, ask questions, ask away, let me know, leave it down in the comments section below, all that good stuff. Like me personally, I kind of enjoy underwater gathering. I wish they would have included more coral for us to gather, different areas, just more of a immersive time down here with just how much ocean we do have. It's a little lacking. A little lacking, especially when they removed a lot of the Mogoria locations in favor of the Land of the Morning Light. For underwater gathering, Shai is not the best. Okay, so when it comes to underwater gathering, you can do underwater gathering in any other class. The Shai does have a great skill to convert your gathering experience into combat experience. So if you guys are tagged on, or if you have your Shai tagging another toon, you can go out there and gather your underwater gathering and power level your tagged toon. But the Corsair is going to be the best toon to go out there and do your underwater gathering, hands down. You have your sprint. If you have the dum-de-dum, you can stay out there a lot longer. If you have your bubbly diving, you can stay out there a lot longer than the dum-de-dum. The dum-de-dum with the Corsair will be a lot faster than the bubbly, but the bubbly can match the diving or the dum-de-dum with the Corsair. So the Shai, unfortunately, the Shai will have to sit a back seat on underwater gathering if you guys are trying to go for the most materials, the quickest, and not have to worry about, you know, traveling up and down to the surface to breathe again, if you guys are like annoyed with having to do the channel changing. And yeah, I feel like they should have added more underwater gathering areas, a lot more of the coral, just different items, even if it was like just trash items that we can go out here and underwater gathering. Let's, like, I wish Pearl Abyss would make this into our end game gathering. You know, we get a lot of experience from the mini games. We get a lot of the expensive items that, you know, normally if you are lucky, you get a lot of the expensive items, and the food. The food can be used, and if you're lucky, some of them can be sold for a little bit of profit, but I don't know. I just feel like underwater gathering should have been the end game goal that every gatherer should strive to go out and do and get and all that, you know. Just like put the requirements up to, say, like Guru, and if you have Guru, you can start getting the colored coral pieces, you know. It still gives you an option to do your underwater gathering, but if you have your Guru, you can get things like that. You know, that'd be nice. But these are the little windows that we are looking for to increase our experience that we're getting. We are now at 61. Yeah, the longer you're out here, the more experience. The more experience, obviously, the faster you can level up to Guru in no time. I haven't taken my Corsair out of this location or the ocean in general, just because of the sheer amount of experience that I can get out here. And every so often I get lucky enough to get the colored coral pieces, which will be used for other things and or just being sold. If you guys like the what is it, the sunset coral or the prairie green coral. Unless you're waiting for your workers to get the worker stack, coming out here to manually gather them is going to be your best option. If no one has come out here and gathered it. Come on! There we go. I think that should be everything on our underwater gathering that I can go ahead and explain to you guys. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, we're only coming under and gathering little things. There's nothing real extreme or important about it. Let me know if you guys found this helpful, if there's anything else that I could add in or anything of the such. I'm all ears. I like teaching you guys like little different ways, and like I said earlier, I know a lot of people like to complain that us veteran players are, I guess, gatekeeping all of this information. So if you guys need any more in-depth guides on underwater gathering, the gear, and or the locations, all the links are down in my YouTube video below. If you guys are watching me over on Twitch, check out my channel. I have a couple of guides on underwater gathering. So I don't want you guys thinking like I'm hiding this from you all. Let me know if you guys go out there and underwater gather and like what you guys look for when you're underwater gathering. I'm all ears, I'm curious, and all that good stuff. I don't know about the head of the life skilling department. It's not like they're listening anyway. Let's try Media 4. And go ahead. I'll edit that down and I will add anything else that I think I've missed. But I'm trying to find a way to, I guess, in a way, dumb down our life skilling guides, because like, let's be real. A lot of times you guys don't want to sit there and listen to a whole drawn out explanation. You guys want like, bro, I play Black Desert, EVE Online, Wuthering Waves. I'm doing Fallout 76. I just got back into Valheim, and I'm playing Ark Ascended on a server, and also I tend to my fiance and cook and clean. I gotta do it all, bro. Which, let me check my time because I'm currently cooking right now. I have to have beef cheeks in the oven for 3 hours so I can get it all shredded up for tacos later. Okay, I still got some time. Let me go ahead, take a quick little break. Let me check on my food, make sure that I'm not burning it or anything like that, and we will continue our underwater gathering. While I am gone, however, you guys think of any other questions or anything that you guys want me to go ahead and discuss for you, and we'll go ahead and start talking about all of that stuff. We'll see if, like, you know, we'll make it a whole little teaching day today. All right, give me 1 second, everyone. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, everyone. All right. Let's go back to our Shai, shall we? We shall. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, there is one thing I did forget. Yeah, there is one thing I forgot. Come on, hurry up and load. All right, and then the last final thing. If you guys are out here and you don't want to leave the area, you guys are enjoying your underwater gathering and all that, to repair your tools now, it's a lot easier with just having to log into a different alt and repairing your tools. The tools are shared now, meaning any alt anywhere can repair them, and you can switch back to your tune and continue where you left off without having to leave the area. Now allowing any alt to stay permanently out in the ocean without ever having to come back unless they need to do any type of trading in the yellow grade fish, or if you guys just happen to want to switch the location. See, there are some caveats with this whole family shared life skilling tools, even though we didn't really need it. We had the Liana's tool bag, which could have been shared. No hate, no shade, just a little salty is all. I'm not really going to complain about it. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. All right, pets ping. No, we don't need that. Man, we are just switching all over the place. I'm hoping to find an area that I can actually do some gathering. Okay. So you're wondering if underwater gathering is worth it or only for the experience. Okay, so there are a couple things that are worth underwater gathering for. So if you guys are on the fence on if underwater gathering is good for the experience or if it's, you know, worth it all around. So for underwater gathering, we are mainly out here for lobsters. Lobsters can be either cooked into other dishes or can be used to make glue, which can be used to make your horse gear. I don't know what else the glue can be used for, or these can be traded into any trade manager for little silver. I mean, they're only 101.6k each, but that's on you. The giant pearl oyster, again, these can either be sold to a trade manager, they can be dried for the pearl oyster meat, or a chance at a golden pearl that can be used for other crafting recipes. Let me see, you get black gem fragments, your sharps, and a pretty decent amount of the fruit of nature, but mainly we're going to be going for the lobster. The lobster, the glue can be, if you have a lot of the glue, it can be sold for a decent amount of money. See, the glue is 196, whereas the lobster meat, I'll show you guys the pricing for all of it. The oyster meat is 60.5k, shrimp is 18.7. Where is all the other meat at? Give me a second. We got oysters at 19.6 and our dried lobster at 117. So if you're out here long enough, you can, and you have a high enough mastery, you can make a decent amount of recipes and things like that. But It goes by your region. Your region will dictate whether or not the materials are going to be able to make you money. The recipes will make you money. If you are better off just having your workers go out and do their fish drying for a chance at the little fisher sack that gives you your coral. Oh, and the coral pieces alone. I forgot to mention the main point of why you're out here gathering. The colored coral. The colored coral is going to be one of the main ways that you can make money. The colored coral normally goes for 450 to 470k each, and the coral pieces are 44.7k, which can be combined with your gems to make your colored coral, and then again to make the tier 4 little gems. If you guys want a example of the coral that you can start making, see, colored coral, as you can see, golden coral 655, white coral 540. The coral crystal, if you guys are out there gathering the purple, blue, or green coral, you have a chance of getting your coral crystal. You can make all these coral belts, the menace coral belts, and then right here, your twilight red, daybreak blue, prairie green, golden sun, breezy white. These are all the coral that you can make using the coral pieces and the gems to make whatever colored coral, and then the colored coral with whatever tier 2 gem to make your tier 3 coral or tier 4 coral, whatever they want to be called. But that's mainly what you're going to be out here gathering for. The experience, however, is the whole main selling point. Yeah, so just as a reiteration, not only are you going for the coral pieces, but the colored coral, the lobster, the pearl oyster meat, and any other rare drops like the fruit of nature, the sharps, black gem fragments, shrimp, any of the other drops. They're going to be great. You can make a lot of money. The colored coral can make millions, and if you process them down more, can make billions if you let it. It's just the experience out here is by far extremely OP for gathering. And that's only if you have your artisan green thumb gathering enabled, which can be enabled over there in the Land of the Morning Light. Get down! We need more! We need more! Is there another topic that you guys want me to cover? Anything? Any questions? Any burning desires about underwater gathering while I'm here? We're live and we're doing it. Alright, let's hope this is a good minigame. Nope, wasn't. But those coral pieces are gonna come in handy. A green coral. And as you can see, that's already 4 mil. 4 mil alone on the green coral. Bum 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 bum. Now, don't get me wrong. Mob grinding will always take the cake. Mob grinding will always take the cake. Enhancing for money will always take the cake. And gathering in other places like Pilgrims Haven will make you more money. sometimes Behr will make you more money, especially if you happen to get into a channel where everyone has gathered, you switch to a channel and you have nothing to gather still. But other places will make you a lot more money than with your underwater gathering. Your underwater gathering is mainly used to make other recipes and crafting schematics, you know, all that good shit, just not pure money making, not anymore. It used to be the pearl oysters where you made all of your money, but with the price drops and everything, self-use. Mainly self-use. Like with the boiled shellfish, there's none on the central market. They're 116k each and require a lot more of the pearl oyster meat than the actual value, so you're losing money out on it. But if you need that extra underwater breathing, you'll have to make it yourself. Try to keep that up. I'm trying to get one of those mini games proc to show you guys. Yeah, I know. I'm dying. Well, not dying, but I'm drowning. Help me, help me. More pearl oysters. Bum 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 bum. Red coral. I'm actually getting a lot more coral than what I normally do. Normally when I'm out here gathering, I don't get lucky on the RNG, which hurts a lot. Okay, let's see if we can do this. No pressure, no pressure. Need to find more oysters because I want them and I'm greedy. A lot of fake coral. Or probably already gathered. I'm not sure yet. Oh, and one common misconception when underwater gathering, just because you gather from, say, a rainbow coral, a green coral, a red coral, yellow coral, doesn't matter which coral you gather from, you have the same chances of getting any colored coral as you do gathering from a sea fan or gathering from, say, the red coral. You know, I can get a green coral from the red. I can get white from the rainbow. I can get hell, I can get any of the coral from just the normal what is it called? Sea fan. So try not to limit your gathering on, say, going for just the green coral or the red coral. Gather it all. And gather it all to maximize all of your chances on getting the most experience back. Man. Is it like underwater gathering weekend or something? Just try there. It's like really annoying. Attempt number 40,000. Just oysters, really? I don't want just oysters. Yeah, who cares about just fucking oysters? Like, eh. We'll even find out how much money I've made for the 2 hours of being out here gathering, alright? Just to demonstrate the, I guess, the lack of money. See if this minigame will do it. There. See? And that's what I mean. The more items that you have in your little item, the more experience that you get. We went from 61% to 64.83. And that's why we're mainly coming down here to do our underwater gathering. So if you guys needed a real visual example of why I'm down here, there you go. And the more times you get lucky like that, the quicker you can level up all the way to Guru in no time. Let's go up to the surface before I have to float all the way. There we go. I knew it. I knew it. Hopefully my inventory space isn't too bad. I don't have my fish tank on me because it's on my fisherman right now. But let me grab that. Alright, so if you guys are wanting to stay out here doing your underwater gathering longer, the Shimchiang's Miraculous Fish Tank is going to be your saving grace with being able to put all of the fish inside of the fish tank so you can stay out here longer without having them expire. As an example, let's see if I can show you guys up here. Open up your fish tank and throw all of those fish in. This way you don't have to worry about any of the expiration time, and you can reduce all of the inventory slots, allowing you to gather for a lot longer. Now we have 70 out of 192 open, and we can jump right back in. Bum, 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 bum. Ah! Wow. Yeah. Man, another server that was hit. You know, for always being accused of gatekeeping, underwater gathering, and all that good stuff, I find it really really ironic how every time I go out here to demonstrate any type of underwater gathering or just to do underwater gathering myself for my own entertainment, it's always gone. There's nothing to come out here and gather, and I'll spend most of my time jumping from channel to channel trying to find an actual rotation that was not hit already. I don't know about you guys, but if every server on random days, not like the same day, same time and everything, but like random points of the day, random days, they're being gathered and all, I don't think anyone's gatekeeping anything. Bum 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 ba-dum bum bum bum. Fuck no, I haven't. Not yet, Storm. Not yet. I took a break from that and I went to go start getting my yellow grade compass, which I happened to only get a duplicate of the Vodkin part. And then I got bored of that and was going to go and do our Behr gathering. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and show you guys like an alternate method of doing your gathering besides like Behr or Pilgrims Haven. Maybe they should turn the fake ones into real ones to gather. Yeah, that would be that would fall under the whole more things to gather, more coral, more areas, you know, just making the underwater content, you know, the ocean content more, I guess, like alive. Like I don't see a lot of the fish around. You know, the only fish that I can find are random sea monsters out there in the wild, you know, but in terms of the actual fish, there are none. I don't care if I can't, like, actually gather the fish and all. I just want to be able to see them floating out there in the open ocean, you know? I don't want to feel like I'm the only one out here. I feel like we committed genocide on all of the fish out here, and we're just sitting there trying to float around. We're like China. Come on, being transported. Yeah, I know I'm being transported. I get it. Are you serious? Really? That's what I mean. Like I'm always accused of never telling people to come out here and do the gathering and all this and okay. 3 minutes. Come on, give me something in return. I don't even know why I'm bothering to try checking down this one. I'm not getting anything to ping. Why are you super disappointed? What happened? Not worth it. Red coral, I'll take that. Oh no. Yeah, it's always a fun one. That's it? I wouldn't really call it that. I think it's more the fact that uh, I, I don't know. I'm never excited to have to pay money on a pet or anything like that. Like, it's annoying, but I mean, we watch him watch Xbox reveals. We saw like 20 trailers and no hype from him. But then the dog. Well, maybe. What does the pet give? What pay to win bonus does these pet give over the trailers? I guess we can start there. Nothing cosmetic bullshit from what you've seen. Okay, okay. All right, so it's not solely on the pay to win aspect. Maybe the hype is coming from the fact that it's not a pay to win item, I guess. I don't really know. Like, when it comes to you're talking about Diablo 4, right? Because I never really touched it. I wasn't a fan of 3. My heart will always lie with 2. You're disappointed in the content? Well, that could be the first problem there. You're not happy with the content, so if, you know... Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people quit D3 when they found out that PoE was doing what D2 was known for and doing it a lot better, and especially when D4 has to have you pay for the features that are coming free on PoE. But yeah, like, I think the first problem is the fact that you know, it's lackluster content. You're not really hyped over it. So when he gets hyped over something that's so minuscule, you're more annoyed because it's like, it's not real content, you know. It's not like a huge update or adding more meaningful content. It's just a cosmetic little pet that'll follow you around. The fact that anyone plays D3 G4 to me is a massive sign that ads brainwash people. Not necessarily true. It's more like games are no longer the things that you do in a dark room in someone's fucking basement while your parents are yelling at you to get a real job and you're wasting your life and don't do this anymore. Like, gaming is a lot more mainstream. So for the fact that, you know, a lot of people are playing D3 and D4 shows you that, like, you know, it's gone mainstream. Like, a lot more, like, people in general are playing it, not just us hardcore gamers that, you know, read gaming articles and shit. A lot of people that play games, they don't read articles. They don't care what Sweet Baby Inc. is doing or what political agenda is being shoehorned. Hell, a lot of people won't even sit there and look at the articles about, you know, pay to win. And if they do read it, they briefly scan over it or only read it from, I don't know, an AI generated website like IGN or Kotaku, you know, like the places that are so mainstream that you should probably not listen to because everything is, like, you know, pandering to this crowd or that crowd. You like to see an argument about advertisements not brainwashing? Okay. I can give you a pretty good example. Whenever you come back, let me know. I think I got one name. I got one name to really hone in the fact that people are not easily as brainwashed as you think. I was trying to open up my character panel to show my experience. $68.26. Oops. Ba, 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 bum. time do I have on my food? Okay. Gotta make sure I don't burn my taco meat. My tacos! Bum 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 ba-dum bum bum. Oh, over here. 68. Bum 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 ba bum ba bum. Bum 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 ba bum ba bum. I'm probably gonna have to switch off yet again. Maybe, maybe not. Hopefully not. What's pinging? What's pinging? Red coral. See if we can't get another mini game to go ahead and level us up higher. Oh, running out of breath. Well, skiddly do and cuckoo ka fucking chew. I can't breathe underwater. How about you? I can't. Come on. Why are you gonna ping if there's nothing there? Let's try to change channels again. I'm running out of different ones to try, and I can't do Olivia. I don't want to do Arsha. Let's try Comma 3. Swear, I think I chose the worst possible timing to do our underwater gathering. I wasn't really thinking it through. I was like, you know what? We got this. We can do it. I'm pretty sure because we gatekeep the shit. Yeah, blue, green, and the purple coral over at Waves Rest or the entrance of Margoria is where you can find them. Now, if you're lucky enough to get the coral crystal, that's a whole nother topic of discussion. I prefer to do the sea monster hunting in order to get my coral crystal. I've become a believer. Man, something good. Something, anything good. First try? Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Congrats. I'm still working on my character. Still just slowly working on it, just like with my stupid compass. Now the ladies finally notice me, right? I don't know. Do you got the ship skin? Did you buy the ship skin, Yummy? We're doing good. We're doing good. I was just at least trying to teach people how to do our underwater gathering. Then yes, the ladies will notice you. You are one of the cool kids. You have won the fucking game. There you go. Trying to get that null on a first try is already hard enough. Or trying to get the null in general is hard enough. When you get it that first try, like it's nothing, you fucking won. Keep out that. I've been trying to demonstrate this whole mini game and underwater gathering, and every time I try to attempt it, It's like everyone has been out here doing their underwater gathering today. So I have to keep changing servers, and I'm pretty much getting to the end of all of the ones that I've gone through. I think we got a good server here. Should get a good rotation going. Look at that. Then we got 30 more minutes, and I will run down how much money we've made so far out here today. And how much of the experience. And keep that up just for you guys to keep an eye on the experience that we're gaining today. Yeah, Yummy. I often see the comments about how a lot of us veterans are gatekeeping our underwater gathering and no one ever wants to talk about it and shit. So I'm making my 4th underwater gathering guide on it. I don't want people thinking that I'm like keeping this a secret, you know? I thought showing the locations of all of the best underwater gathering locations would have been, you know, not gatekeeping or doing this several other times, or even making 2 guides on the complete gear list and where to go and get the gear and everything was like not gatekeeping, but apparently not. I have to come back out here. So we're doing it. We're doing it live. I'll go ahead and edit it down, add in any other parts that I need to go ahead and teach anyone on, and boom. Now, hopefully people will not sit there and think like us veterans are trying to prevent the newer players from enjoying their underwater gathering. Remember when you were playing on console, Grand Behr gear was released, you needed a few pearls, went to Margoria. Yeah, the pricing on everything used to be really amazing. I used to come out here for the underwater gathering just for the golden pearls, the lobsters, and the pearl oyster meat to sell. Now the prices have like took a complete fucking dip. Now it's not even worth going out and selling most of the materials out here. You're mainly going to be coming out to self-gather or self-use, you know, gather for crafting up your buff food or your own little crafting material that you need. Okay, so I thought we got into an area that would allow me to gather more. Man, I used to be pumping out Grand Behr gear. Lobster produced glue, and that was vital for the crafting. Yeah, I think the lobster and the colored coral is the only way that we're going to be making money out here, unfortunately. And that's if you get lucky to get the colored coral piece. Like with me, I got so far 5 of the green, 55 of the... 55 of the blue. And 6 of the red. Need quite a few of those in the long run. Yep. Yep, that's why I'd rather go out here and self-gather for it. Back up we go. Here we go. We have a little bit longer before I have to start processing them all down, drying them and heating them. All right, man. Enjoy your night and enjoy your movie. Hopefully, it's a good one. And don't you worry, Yomi, I am going to be editing this down so that you can rewatch this later on, or you can just watch the stream. It'll be posted up on my YouTube. All that good stuff. Get lucky. Can't remember. Can't remember. Come on. Okay, nothing over here left. Rainbow coral and a turban shell. Damn, we're gonna have to switch off again. All right, let's go start processing this shit down to make up some room to do more underwater gathering. Hopefully we can do more underwater gathering. I'm not sure how well that's gonna handle if people are out here underwater gathering. It doesn't equal a great time. Good, eat that while I have it. All right, now I'm not gonna have to worry about too much, but what I will do is take out our processing. No, wait, no, I don't need any of that. That's right. I'll just switch off my little costume there to give me more of a success rate. And then we will go ahead and heat that up for glue. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Let me use the bathroom, and hopefully we'll get back into our gathering before too long. I don't think it'll take us that long. I still have the 50 in our little fish tank, but again, I'm going to be showing you guys what we've made out here for our 2 hours worth of underwater gathering, all that good stuff, but I'll be right back for the moment. Alright, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to check on my food. All that good stuff. And we're still processing. Lovely. Oh, man. Okay, that's fine. How much glue do we have at least? 44 so far. Let's do a quick price check on everything and see just what we're going to be looking at in terms of profit. Or an idea. Just an idea. Okay, so they're going for 210k each. Oh, we can only do a max. So 50 is 10.5 mil. I'll need at least 1,000 to make up 100 mil. But that's not where we're going to really shine. If we look at the coral... Let's do the green coral because I have so much of that. Green coral is going to be going for... No, let's not lowball it. So for 55, that'll come out to 38.5 mil. Not too shabby. Not too shabby, so we're already almost hitting 100 mil. Oh, I have blue coral. Wrong coral. Let's... Damn it. I was gonna drop my pricing down. Or my value down. Yep. I knew it was gonna drop it down. $26. What's up, Forgotten? How you doing? We out here doing our underwater gathering. Well, at the moment, we're currently drying or heating our lobster up to make glue, but we were originally doing our underwater gathering, and I'm having trouble doing it. I can't find anywhere to actually gather. It's like everywhere I go is already taken. Yeah, glue tastes good, especially when it's made from lobster. And don't fear, we still have 20 in our inventory still, or our fish tank. No, I can't open that yet. Go ahead and take them out too. Damn. Yeah. We'll do it. So originally I had an idea of making a Tri-Manos Gather's clothes for my alt, and I got it. I did it. That's no problem. Oops. Yeah, that's no problem. I actually got it. The problem lies with the fact that I am using a 10 Logia clothes, which is over top of my tri-mana, so I made it for nothing. I'm gonna use it to try to tap it for a tet to go ahead and give myself another pen attempt. But big brain logic, I did not really look at my alt to see what gear she had, though. That was the only downside. But you never got the fish tank? You can still get the fish tank. The fish tank can be obtained from doing your 4-time quest over in the... It's a 4-part quest where you have to catch 3 green grade fish over in the Sea Palace, and that can be done at any moment as long as you have Master Fishing 1. They have not removed it. They only removed the bubbly diving suit. Where is it? 90. Okay. Then yeah, head back to the Sea Palace. Go do your little quest over at Dio, however he wants to be pronounced. But yeah, you should be able to get one. Now in the BDO Codex, there is a 150 slot fish tank there, which I kind of want to know if they're going to implement that, if we're going to have that ever, or if it was just like an idea that they had and they were like, fuck it, fishing's too OP as it is. Can you imagine the logic there? Yeah, we were going to do a bigger fishing tank, but no, fishing's too OP, bro. Wasn't it nerfed? Yeah, no, it is a cruel tease. Let me pull it up for you real fast, because I like to do searches on the database to find all of the things that we don't have. All right, let's go. Chim Cheongs. We'll sort it like that. And we'll do items. All right. Now that we got that. All right, let's switch over to... Let's start making a video here. All right. Now, for everyone that has gotten their little Shimcheong's fish tank, you know, you're enjoying your 50 slots. There is a interesting little fish tank on BDO Codex. I'm not sure if it's going to be implemented or not. I'm not sure what they're really doing with it, but just to give you guys an idea of what I'm even talking about. Let's load it up. Load it up. If you go on BDO Codex, as you can see, there's two fish tanks. The normal fish tank that we can get, and then we have a 192 slot fish tank. I'm curious, are we going to get this implemented? Is Perlibus ever going to work on that? Because that is a huge fish tank. I don't know if they consider fishing OP or if they want to nerf fishing even more, but that fish tank there could change a lot. Like, a lot. I'm just saying, between me and you guys, like, could you imagine going out there and doing your Margoria fishing and not ever having to return back to the coast for probably like 3 or 4 days? Could you imagine all the chances of reds that we can get and have stocked up in there? Just all of the fish that we can store in that fish tank and then trade off. If you imagine like 50 fish out there in Margoria could equal out to a 400 and usually 50 mil over in when you're trading out there in, what is it, Valencia? Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you're trading out from Valencia over to the Land of the Morning Light or Land of the Morning Light to Valencia. Either way, like, could you imagine taking that and timesing that by, what is it, like, almost 3? I get it. I understand, you know, fishing out in Margoria would make fishing OP, but, like, I wish they would mention anything on this. Like, that would be great. It's the same thing as the normal fish tank. There is nothing on it, though. We don't know how to get it. It has the same requirements as the other fish tank, but nothing. So it's rather unfortunate. I just wish they would go ahead and mention anything on it, you know. But let me know if you guys have ever tried to look up the fish tank, if you guys have found it in the BDO Codex, and or if you guys know any information, I would love to know. It's just like the trader ship that they announced that we're still not getting. I do apologize about the dog in the background. He's rather excited. Can you breed fish? That's a good question. I wonder if we can. I like a breaded fish, please. What's up, Alec? I'm over here baking or slow baking beef cheeks for tacos tonight. We making tacos. Some beef cheek tacos. Listen, if we could breed fish, actually, I don't think I want to breed the fish. I really don't. I know if they were to add like any type of fish breeding into the game, they're gonna add some RNG onto it. They're gonna do some type of gimmick to where you'll have to pay just to get rid of like some type of huge fucking time gap or paywall or some dumb shit like that. I already know this. I don't want no fish breeding. Look at our horse breeding. Do you want to have to deal with that with your fish? And with that, okay? What are we doing? What are we doing? Breeding like two blue fish to equal out a yellow fish that won't really make a lot of money, and then you'll have to use an item to breed that fish? Oh, fuck no. Hell no. We are not doing that one. I can hear the PA gears turning. Fish breeding. That could be a lot of money. Let's talk about it. About spearfishing. Spearfishing could be a good one, but considering what they did with harpoon fishing, not too good. And as for my PC specs, they are listed up on my Twitch. I'm using an i7. I forgot which one. Just a GT or a RTX 2060 Super still, and 32 gigs of RAM with my M2 drive as my main, my SD drive for my editing, and my Western Digital Black for all of my games. Anything good with this game? Well, there's no other MMO that's really like sandbox out there. I think that's the only good one. And even with this, there's not really much sandbox that you can do, because let's be real, like, for everyone that's coming into this game, fun fact, nothing in this game is sandbox. It may have started out as a whole sandbox experience and all, but us as the player, the community alone, removed all sandbox activities. Like, in order to do anything meaningful in the game, you have to do certain and select activities only. Everything else is a waste of time. If you're not doing a certain activity, you are making the game worse for everyone else. Like, it used to be sandbox. You used to be able to go out and gather trees and feel good about yourself, or go out there and gather some herbs and everything. But now the way it is, it's either you do your matchlock hunting, or you're mob grinding, or you're broke as fuck, you're wasting everyone's time, and you're ruining the game for everyone else that is watching you, which is like a completely crazy notion. But I mean, if you can get past the whole having to pay for anything crafting and gathering related, and the fact that out of all the activities that are available in the game, you are limited to 5 or less, like, it's all right. Like, they made some good strides. They made the whole family shared life skilling. They have removed our Liana's tool bag for a more shared UI that doesn't alert us when we need to repair any of our tools, you know, things like that. But they made some decent strides, but a lot of what made the game good and fun is being removed. And I guess the uniqueness is gone. The whole Shai factor gone. World PvP gone. Anything meaningful from the game gone. Like, it's just going down the same lines as like a game like World of Warcraft. If you guys used to play World of Warcraft back in Wrath of the Lich King to, say, Kata, for example. Hell, even in Wrath of the Lich King, they Yeah, they removed the whole need to wander around the world, having to go to the dungeons, having to go here for looking for group, then looking for raid. When you dump things down, you kind of lose what makes the game unique, and that's a lot of the whole like good aspect of the game. Now it's just a generic Korean MMO. Like there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong. Like I mean, of course, if you're not looking for a Korean MMO, like yeah, this game is not going to be for you. But like, just all of the uniqueness is like being drained away for the convenience and streamlining the new player experience. I'm not trying to bash anyone. I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad. I'm not even like griping about the game or anything. I still play the game. I'm still in here. We're still doing our live stream and all. It's just, you know, everything that made the game unique is being removed. The whole identity of Black Desert is no longer there. You can AFK, fish for days, Dura means nothing anymore. That's not even true, Under Siege. Because what if you're trying to go for your rainbow fish? What if you wanted to go for your fishing title? You have to use a different fishing rod for that. Meaning, the durability on that fishing rod does help, does play into it, and it is needed. You know, how else are you going to get your mystic fish? Well, why don't you just, like, continue fish and just, like, forget about it? No. The uniqueness is gone. You know, the whole need for using your Medea rod, your Calpheon rod, your Etheria rod, like there's no point in it. Why? I don't see why. It doesn't interrupt you anymore. I don't care about I'm using it for the stat alone. I don't care about AFK fishing. I feel like this is where the uniqueness is going away. Everyone feels as though the game should be made AFK because they're too lazy and too, I guess, bothered to go out and actually do the activities. Like, that whole durability notification is a huge issue when you're fishing. Is a huge issue. I mean, of course, not if you're AFKing and playing a different game and using the game as a little bit mining screensaver off in the background, but like for everyone else out there that likes to go for their certain things, like no, I don't agree with you, Under Siege. I don't agree with you. That does not make me want to go out there and do more AFK fishing. That does not make me want to do fishing knowing the fact that, oh, well, if your durability goes down on your rare fish catch chance rate, who cares? Because you can still continue fishing. I'm not out there to get what? Bullshit money? Like, really? Bullshit money? Like, we're really sitting there praising them for the fact that we no longer have to use any of the other rods to get any of the other types of fish just because we can go ahead and do AFK fishing a lot more. Like, we're really going to praise them? Like, really? Like, that's embarrassing. I know, I'm not going to co-sign that. Like, the lure breaks, but it still is there, is what I'm saying. But you don't get those bonuses, though. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, they don't alert you when you no longer get those bonuses. If you look at the thing, harpoons and floats do not apply this effect. So you cannot get the effect from the lure or any of that if it's broken, meaning you're just fishing. You're just fishing without that bonus. That doesn't help me, and that doesn't help me go out and catch those rare fish. It doesn't help me try to catch my rainbow fish for that title. Like, it's just made so that you can go and AFK and feel a lot better about yourself AFKing. And yeah, you can kill anyone around the world. Like, there still is open PvP, but they gimped it. Look at the horse combat. They gimped that too. How severe? Negative 250k karma for your whole entire family, not just that one character. You get penalized more for flagging on someone than you do for killing them. Yes. So all of the uniqueness that Black Desert has is being removed and streamlined for the newer player experience, which is fine. Like, I get it. You guys need more players to come in and everything. It's just our unique little snowflake is now just a pile of a little speck in a pile of snow. It's just like with every other game. and it sucks. But I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel about it. I know it's gonna be a sore topic, and I know a lot of people are gonna make fun of me for everything that I say. I mean, normally everyone does anyway, but I mean, considering that everyone is complaining, but there's a PvP server, but they had to add that in because, again, people complain. Everything that made Black Desert unique has been done away with. They're doing everything that every other game has done instead of standing out and being their own. They're trying to be a WoW killer when that whole phrase and timeline is done with. It's done and over with. Instead of trying to stand out on your own and be unique, you'd rather dumb it down. And Arsha was not here in 2016. I don't want to hear that. Arsha wasn't here in 2017. But it's like I said, everything that Black Desert started out with that made it unique has been removed and dumbed down. You know, yeah. You know, the bounty system. You guys remember? Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. You guys don't remember that. Obviously, clearly. Like I said, dumbed down and removed. It doesn't matter. You can sit there and tell me, oh, well, they added this instead. What happened to the unique feature? You know, you had this whole unique thing going on. You changed everything into a Warsong Gulch. You turned everything into what? The same. It's all World of Warcraft. Let's be real. Every progression that they have been doing is reflecting what World of Warcraft is doing still to this day, which sucks. Like, it really absolutely sucks. Yeah, we lost everything that brought in the older players so that the newer players can come into, so they have an easier time on the console and things like that. So it gets brought into the more mainstream eyes and all. I'm not mad. I'm not gonna get upset about it and all. It's just, it's kind of depressing when you come into a game for the uniqueness and they dumb it down while telling you it's for the best. Yeah, there's no problem. More, no problem. Enjoy your day. Yeah. Let me know how you guys feel about it. If you guys share the same sentiment and all of that good stuff, I'm going to get that edited down, posted up on YouTube, all of that good stuff. So be sure to subscribe, turn on all those notifications if you want to see more Black Desert related content here on the channel. All that good stuff. And yeah, I just want to point out, like, I'm not trying to like bash at anyone. I'm not trying to make anyone feel like lower or belittled or anything like that. I'm just saying how the game is. Like, if you're gonna take offense to it or anything, I mean, you're kind of white knighting the game. Let's call it like we see it. Let's call out the problems as they are, you know, praise them when they need to be praised and all. Like, let's not sugarcoat it. You know, it's a fun game when they don't fuck everything up. You know, it's a fun game when they decide to commit to a change and not step back on it when they realize they need newer players to pay for shit. This is really taking me that long? I got 326 glue so far, though. At least we got that. Oh, we're done. Yeah. Now let's go to the stupid oysters. See what we get. Come on, give me a pearl. Come on, give me a pearl. Yeah, that dried pearl oyster meat is only going for 60.5k, while the glue is going for 210. Clearly, we know which one we're gonna go with here, or which the real money maker gonna be here. Which is just going... This is working out perfectly. I got a couple more minutes left, and then I have to go start taking care of my dinner and all that, so we'll go ahead and see how much we've made and all that. It's all good with new players coming in, but at least make the veterans want to go out there and like make it work. And yeah, that's what I feel like. There should be some way to go ahead and have a line on what you're doing for the newer players and what you're doing for the older players. All right. Hold on. Let's talk. Let's talk real quick. Let's talk. Real talk. Real talk. But yeah, I feel as though we really have to have a line on what's for the veteran players, what's being made for the veteran players, and what's being done for the newer players. Like, you can still do things for the veteran players while still maintaining things for the newer players. Like, there should be no reason why a lot of our veteran activities are dumbed down and made so that the newer players can go ahead and start doing the things that it took us years to be able to accomplish. It took us months to be able to accomplish, you know? It's just like when a game comes out and gives you a pass, automatically level up past all of the really meaningful points of the story and what makes the game and shines about the game and everything. You just bypass all of it to jump into the newest content. Like, I feel like they're not doing enough to go ahead and keep us veteran players in. Like, newer players, cool, great, you guys are taken care of and all, but for me, with our gathering, you know, I've hit Guru. What more should I do? Nothing. There's not really much I can do to get more enjoyment from my gathering. Why? Because I dumbed down all of the veteran activities to make it easier. Like with our fishing back in 2018, when they dumbed it down, so no longer were you trying to go and get to Guru as quickly as you could to start doing your harpoon fishing. Now you just do your AFK fishing because that's all we ever do. You know, they made it easier. They made it streamlined so that when you run out of your fishing pole durability, you can continue to fish and not have to worry about, oh, well, I have to repair. You know, it's great for the newer players, but for the veteran players that know of the things that are out there, you know, the other items that we can get for the other bonuses, like, say, take the Medea rod, for example. You know, the Medea rod will help us catch our rare fish. Our rare fish will help us get the yellow grade fish, and or if you're doing the big fish table for the rainbow fish, you know, the Calpheon rod. But by removing all of that need, now it's just AFK fishing. A lot of the newer players are not going to ever find out about that rainbow fish. A lot of us veteran players are no longer are going to go and or can get that rainbow fish as easy, because of the fact that everything was streamlined and made so that you can just AFK and not have to check your computer again, or the newer players can jump in. It's like, it sucks. You know, I'm not gonna sit there and say like Pearl Abyss is like doing everything absolutely completely fucking wrong, because they're not. It's just at this point in time, as a veteran player, everything is not new to me. Everything is not magical. I know certain materials require certain things and certain processes and all this, and I loved the fact that I can go out there and do the random gathering. I can go out there and get random things from over here and over there and still make some type of money, and it was fun because it wasn't the same thing. Like flamingos, you know, no one bothers to go out there and gather for the flamingo blood, but it was a random thing that you could do and it was fun. You know, like the weasel hunting or the weasel killing over there in Kamasovia. No one bothers to kill the weasels over there, but it's fun. And it was random, it was entertaining, like the stoneback crab mining. You know, they took all of these great aspects and dumbed it down to where you're only going to three locations: Behr, Pilgrims, and over here in Anaha Island for your underwater gathering. Like, it sucks. Like, I'm pretty sure there are other activities that actually benefit from being a veteran player, like say your horse breeding or to a point, or say like your cooking, you know, maybe. But a lot of it is dumbed down. Like alchemy was nerfed. Alchemy was nerfed so bad that the ingredients are not going to make you any money. The elixirs aren't going to make you any money. So you're basically losing money on a lot of your alchemy recipes, like 75% of your recipes, depending on the region that you're in. And this all goes by the region too, because each region has a different feeling on different things. So like for NA, we're all butthurt about the open world PvP, the node war, this PvP, that, you know, we're all butthurt about that. For Europe, Europe is mad about, you know, life skilling, PvP. C content or C region is all upset about the connection issues and shit. Like it's just, we're in a bad point. We're in a bad point. We're slowly getting back up. Don't think that, you know, Black Desert is dying. I'm not here to tell you guys that. Like, no, we're not. It's just, we're in a bad point. I'm waiting to see if they're going to update anything and really give us a veteran activity to do. Because if they don't, then I feel like a lot of us are going to be leaving for PAX Day just for the immersion. Which, if you guys aren't familiar, PAX Day is coming out early access June 18th. If you guys haven't picked it up yet, be sure to do your pre-order. I'm gonna go ahead and try to play it. I don't know if my computer will be able to handle it and or if I'll be able to get it, but I'm gonna try to buy it within that like first week to go ahead and sink my teeth into it. But you know, other games are gonna come out, other games that are more unique, and I just don't want Black Desert being left in the wayside. I don't want them to end up like every other game that touted to be a WoW killer and never was, you know? This game has been around for fucking 10 years almost. Like, come on. I want to see it around for another 10. I want to be able to compare to EVE Online or RuneScape or Wizard 101. I don't want it to be like WildStar. I don't need it to be like ArcAge. All these unique games that they killed themselves. I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel about that. If you guys share the same sentiment, if you guys want Black Desert to try to put their foot down on being a unique little snowflake instead of just being a carbon copied a repeat of every other Korean MMO or just a watered down dollar store version of World of Warcraft. Subscribe, turn on all those notifications if you found this entertaining, and or if you guys want to hear more bad takes of mine, because I always say the worst fucking shit here online, apparently. Alright, let's see how much longer I have on my dinner. Alright, I don't have that much longer, so let's go ahead and start getting things listed up, and I will show you how much we've made out here so far today. Oof, not a lot. Not a lot at all. Alright. Let's see. All right, we're going to start off with the coral pieces. So for the 1,700 coral pieces that we gathered, that'll be 82.2 mil. Which rod did you say was the best for Waves End Rainbow Fish? You don't get the Rainbow Fish from Waves End. But that's another point that I mean, Under Siege. A lot of the new players don't know about any of the other materials because everything was dumbed down and streamlined. So, all right. Let me help you out, Under Siege, real fast before I have to go log off and tend to my dinner. Starting off, you get one rainbow fish. Oh, you want that? Just go with any fishing rod. It doesn't really matter. Use your Balanos, use your triple float. It doesn't really matter. I normally just stick with my Balanos and I'll AFK on at Waves Rest. Or if you're trying to do active, go out there with as many triple float rods as you can. That'll help get any of those little pebbles and things that you need. Okay? But for that, you don't have to do anything special for it. It's just it's like an event drop. You know, it's like the fishing rods, like the Medea and the Calphion, yeah, those ones are for your yellow, your blue, your Balinus, obviously your AFK, you don't really care which one you're going for, you're just gonna cast your line in and see where you go. Then your Afaria rod is for your hotspot fishing, so you don't have to worry about the lower durability on the lower end rods, and your triple float rod is for Margoria and or just trying to go for as many of your rare drops or yellow fish. And yeah, no one likes to believe that their game is dying. No one ever. All right, so now that we're ready, let's go ahead and take a look at how much we've made. All right. So let me pull up my calculator. I'm going to be cutting it close on this. 83.2. Not too bad. Next, we're going to go for our colored coral. Okay, my alarm's going off, which means my dinner has to be taken out and shredded down. So 26.5 mil, we are at 130. Let's go ahead and put in our 6 here. 3.6 mil. Yeah, we're at 113 mil. There we go. Our glue, 68.8. Okay, at 182 mil now. Fruit of Nature, 441 or 941. Next, go for our Caphras. Caphras will make 34.85. 22.3 mil. I forgot these ones up here. 3,475. Okay, 225. Let's check our pearl oyster meat. Ouch. Okay, that's not. We're not even gonna count that. Next, shrimpy shrimp. Let's check out the shrimp. 3 mil. Lackluster. A lot of them. $14 fragments, 1442. And then lastly, the sharps here. Ouch. That sucks. We made a total of 251.9 mil for our underwater gathering session here in Anaha. Unfortunately, we would have made more if people hadn't come out here and was gathering so much, but for what it's worth, I think it's better off. You're better off coming out here to do your gathering for self-crafting or your self-buff foods and things like that. Trying to make money out here is not really going to be in your best favor for as long as it took me. It's not worth it. But if you guys enjoyed this, if you guys enjoyed any of my ranting, my little lesson that I tried to teach you guys and all that good shit, be sure to subscribe, turn on all those notifications, like this, comment, all of that good shit will help it feed the YouTube algorithm. If you guys are watching me over there on Twitch, be sure to follow me so you guys know when I go live again. I'm going to try to have a couple videos edited down and posted up tonight, and we will be going live tomorrow for some other type of gathering. I'm not sure what, but I'm not going to be doing no underwater gathering tomorrow. I can't deal with it. With all of that out of the way, guys, huge shout out to my channel members and my YouTube or my Twitch subbies over there on Twitch. You guys are fucking amazing. For everyone else that has came, you guys are fucking amazing too. I could not do this without you guys. You guys keep this entertaining and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Keep gathering out there, everyone, and enjoy your weekend in Black Desert. Well, what little of it's left.